Hello there! This corset is a secondhand one that I bought from Lucy, or some of you know her as Bishan Rancher on YouTube. This is her Wrinkly Pig corset, and I'm not going to do a review this time on this corset because she already did a lovely review on it. I just thought I'd show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to switch out the grommets. Instead of having the little brass ones that are on, I'm going to put in slightly bigger ones that are silver colored. So here is the front, the side, the back, and the other side. So here is the back of the corset. As you can see, here are the little brass colored grommets, little gold colored ones, and they're really small compared to the ones I'm going to be using. So these are my little silver looking ones, and I'm going to replace all the grommets, even the ones on the Modesty panel, just to make the hole a little bit bigger. And when I looked at all the grommets, I did not see any splits, but I know that they're catching because when I tie up the corset, it's really difficult to lace it up, and the ribbon all over has pieces that are catching. So they're catching somewhere. I just can't find where. So I'm hoping that by changing the grommets and getting new ribbon laces, it will be easier to lace up. And if all else fails, I'll just remove the Modesty panel, because maybe that is what's making it harder to lace up, because it's attached to the laces. So anyway, first I'm going to take out the old grommets, and I'm going to use some pliers, and I have a few pliers right here, so I'm going to figure out which ones work. This one's a bent nose, some regular looking ones, and there's a tutorial Lucy did on how to remove the grommets and how to set them, so I'm not going to actually show you the process, but I'll show you my progress. And here's my bag of grommets and a leather hammer and this hand setter right here. And then the laces I have over here, these are my new laces. I bought 7 yards, and the pink I like better than the old laces here. It kind of matches better, and I'm hoping that these work out really well. So I'm going to take out the grommets, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So here's what I've gotten done so far. I've taken out the bottom 4 grommets on the Modesty panel, and they're over here all in a mess. It was kind of hard to get these out. There's such a small lip on them, and just using pliers too. But anyways, I got those out. I didn't get these out yet, and I really like the silver. I'm more of a silver person than gold, but when I was putting them together in the back, they were so close together that when I put the top one on first, and then I put the bottom one on, and it kind of smushed the bottom a little bit. It just doesn't look as pretty, but it's the back. No one's ever going to see it anyways, so it doesn't matter that much. And there's no splits in them, so that's good. And also, when I was taking out the laces, they definitely were catching on specific grommets in the back. So not on the Modesty panel, on the corset itself. So there definitely was something about these particular grommets that like to catch on the laces. So I'm glad I'm changing them. It'll just take a lot of work to do so. So I finished all the grommets on the Modesty panel. The top ones here were a lot closer together. They're touching over here and overlapping just a tad over here, like a millimeter. But that's okay. They're set. No splits. Awesome. And I just did one over here so far because these grommets are a lot smaller than the ones on the Modesty panel, and they're really hard to get out. The first one was hard to get out anyways, and then I just set one just to see that it would fit and not hit the bones like it did on a previous corset I've made where it ended up ripping the fabric, but it didn't. rip the fabric here and it didn't get any splits, so I'm going to continue, and yeah, it'll take a while. Now I have one half of the corset done with the grommets, and you can see the difference between the two in size, and these have set very nicely. There's only like one or two that actually have a split, but when I run some ribbon through it, it's not catching at all. And it was very easy to set these, but I had to cut a slightly bigger hole size to fit them in. And then this material is pretty thick, so it was a lot of them have some material sticking out through them as the edge rolled over while setting the grommet. But the hardest part was getting those tiny little grommets out, so Lucy's really good at setting those grommets in there to stay. By the last three, I finally found some technique that was working to get them out faster, so I'm ready to do the other side now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so I finished both sides of the corset now and the Modesty panel. This side ended up being a lot quicker than this side, and maybe it's because I got so much practice on this side, but it eventually became easier. But my hands took a beating in general just from changing all the grommets, because using those pliers to get them out is pretty intense, and I only have a hand punch and like a handheld tools for setting the grommets. I don't have any professional stuff right now. So yeah, it's hard work, but anyways, I have my pile of new laces here, so I'm gonna lace it up and put it on and show you guys what it looks like. So here is the finished product. Everything laced up. The laces are longer than they were before, and they are a darker pink, which I really like. On camera they kind of look like a light pink, but the grommets, instead of crisscrossing in the back like they were, I just looped it around and down and back to the next grommet hole, and that makes it easier to lace up, I think. So I'm gonna go try this on and show it off for you guys. So here is my new improved corset with all new silver grommets. Here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. So the new grommets, although they have a few splits in them, when I was lacing up, it was so much easier. They did not catch whatsoever, and I also laced the Modesty panel with the laces in a slightly different way, so it made it easier to lace up as well. So I am pleased with how this turned out, and I hope you guys learned something from this. Thanks for watching.